It has been a hot second since we've done a tier ranking video, so I'm very excited to be here today. Not looking forward to editing it. These suck to edit, but they're so fun to do. And I'm going to be doing today tier ranking by spice level, but I switched it up a little bit. Rather than just randomly choosing books, I chose 30 books that I have given, I think all of them either 5 or like 4.5 rounded up to 5 stars. They're all books that I love, and would highly recommend. But I wanted to then tier rank them by spice level to show that I personally don't feel like spice makes or breaks a book, okay? I wanted to choose books that across the board, they're 5 stars, but they also all vary in spice level, because I feel like, right now there's a lot of emphasis, and there has been, on spice and the amount of spice. And if it's not starting by 20%, then people are getting bored by it. I personally don't roll like that with my books. I love the angst. I love the tension. I love a slow burn. But then I also love some books who just get into it right off the bat. So I wanted to show that I have a variety of favorites with a variety of spice level. And these are all books that I would wholeheartedly recommend to you. I mean, obviously the dark romances, check your triggers, whatever. But let's go ahead and get started. So I have done one of these videos in the past before, and I did switch up the categories a little bit on them. Okay, so here are my categories. So the top one I kept the same. It's the Lady Gaga meme of her going amazing, fantastic, never been done before, show-stopping, beautiful, whatever. That is my God tier here. If you make it to Lady Gaga tier, that is, you are top of the top, vote you all time best, that kind of deal. Next category, we have Rent-Free. They're living rent-free in my head, and I feel like that garners no further explanation than it's rent-free up in the noggin. Then this next one I changed up a little bit. So this one I put a little cute heart on it, because these ones are more where it's obviously, yes, it's in there, the spice is spicing, but it's more oh, these are cute couple moments, cute, them coming together and them being together and oh, the love, that kind of vibe. It's not as necessarily maybe they're not doing acrobatics or anything crazy, but they're just cute couple vibes. And then the bottom one is Vanilla. Now, Vanilla is not a negative thing whatsoever, okay? I actually don't think I'll have that many in that tier, but that one is low spice to maybe I don't think I have any closed door on here. But, it's just it's pretty basic, it's there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So these are all of the books that we are going to be tier ranking today. So I just randomly picked 30. I think I included most of my top 10 or top 15 from last year, 5 stars from years prior. I have a lot just of books that I just absolutely love over the past few years that we're going to go ahead and tier rank. So these are what we're doing, and let's go ahead and get rolling. Okay, so I pulled up the first 5. So we have one of the newest, I think this actually might be the newest release on this list, The Season of Secrets by my absolute fave QB. So this one, although I do also have, I need to keep in mind, I also do have The Worst Kept Secrets. So you know what? I'm going to put Season of Secrets in Rent-Free. Okay. There is just something, when you get into a QB book, you just absolutely know what you're going to be getting, and you are going to be getting some insanely good spice. Is the spice in this one my favorite? No, that still would have to go to Miss James and Gabrielle, but I want to put it in Rent-Free because it still belongs in Rent-Free. Wes and Reagan, love them, and they deserve to kick off that category. Now, Where There's a Will, I think, is this going to be the first one? I feel like Vanilla is honestly not even a good category to have down here. I feel like I maybe do need to rename this one, because here's the thing, Where There's a Will, I'm trying to think if they even hook up in this one. I honestly don't think they fully do. It's a childhood friends to enemies to lovers, but they haven't even fully reached the lovers yet. It's very angsty, it's very toxic. There's a lot of hurt between these two. So I honestly don't think there's been any full hookup moments yet between them in this one. And like I said, so you know what? This one would be low spice, but it's still a 5-star banger. So I'm going to put it down there, although I don't feel like Vanilla is good. But then what do I call that category? I don't know. We're just going to roll with it for right now. My Life in Shambles by Karina Halley. Now this one gets to go in the cute little moment there, because this one is very emotional. Now again, the spice is spicing in it. It's good. I love it. However, the overwhelmingly thing that I remember in my head about this book is the emotion that I felt between the two of them. And specifically when they have their one night stand, I felt so much more like emotional depth to that scene than I think I ever have for like a early scene like that in a book, especially like a one night stand. I don't think I've ever read a one night stand that felt like that emotional tug between two characters. It was so well done, and I feel like they are kind of the definition of this like emotional cute couple category, where it's like I more remember the moments between them rather than like them doing like insane gymnastics, okay? But then we got Unfurl. This is actually so perfect. We're getting one in each category right off the bat. Let me tell you, the whole entire alchemy series could belong up here, but Unfurl is my personal favorite. So this one is a spicy club romance, and this one follows Belle, who's really just trying to explore herself after a very like religiously oppressive upbringing, and Rafe, you know, lets her do her exploring with him at his club, and he is more than willing to indulge her in every single thing that she wants. It's so good, top tier material in this one, let me tell you. And then we got Sinner by Sierra Simone. That last scene, right before she becomes a nun, anyone? That is rent-free. That is rent-free. That scene, Sean Bell. I love Father Tyler Bell so much, but Sean Bell? Okay, sir. Okay, we got our next 5 up here between Hello and Goodbye. Once again, I remember the spice was spicing in this one, but it truly is one of those again where it's like I remember the emotional depth that these two had to each other more in this romance. And obviously, yes, it's in there, but I just remember their like connection and just seeing them both just want to bridge that distance between each other, and like that their love can span oceans. I need to stop. It was beautiful, and yeah, it is perfect in this little category. Now Losers, y'all. Okay, so I have part 2 on here. Part 2 is my favorite out of the duet, but that is up here with Lady Gaga. That truly, I honestly think the Losers duet is the spiciest books I've ever read in my entire life, because they're so well done. They're wild, but there's also such emotional depth between the characters, and the scenes don't feel repetitive by any nature. They're all very different. They all serve a purpose. They all drive the relationships forward. I don't ever feel like it was ever in there just for the sake of being in there. It's truly so well done, and especially though book two is just forever and always top of the noggin. Next up, we have Garen Park, and I'm going to go with Rent Free. Garen Park was my favorite book of last year. I absolutely love it. The two of them, I think the best part about this one is that like they literally love to beat each other up as their like build up, because it's such strong hate to love, and it's so good, and that makes the two of their interactions even better. So yeah, it for sure is going in Rent Free. I love how much they hate. Like I love to read how much they hate each other and how much they want each other. It's so good. Then we got Carnage. Y'all. Once again, if you know anything about Chantal Tessier's books, wild. Sabotage is still my favorite out of them all, but I loved Carnage. I thought this book was so fun, crazy, a wild ride, and once again, Rent Free. This is like such a strong lineup right here. And Tell Me What You Want, again, I think that one's going to go in Rent Free. Lucia just knows how to do it. And I'm specifically thinking because our heroine in this one, she's a certain kind of, she has like a secret life kind of, and then she recruits her brother's best friend to help her with some of her secret life activities. So good. Okay, we got our next group up here. So actually, The Good Girl, I think, is the first book that I've read this year that I have on this list. And this one, once again, I guess we got a lot in Rent Free. This one, first of all, and I think too, it could be recency bias, because I just still absolutely love this book. It's one of my favorites that I've read this year. It honestly could be a contender for top 10. I mean, it was quite literally the very first book I read in 2024. So that's early to say, but I absolutely loved this book. And also it was just so good watching him corrupt her. And like, it was, like I said, it's Rent Free. Now, Damaged Like Us, again, these two, now granted, these two, they deliver, but also it's more like their connection that I just like have the overall remembrance of. And like there is some sneaking around because he's his Pharaoh is Mafi's bodyguard, so it's like obviously against the rules and they're not supposed to be doing that, so like the sneaking around aspect adds into it and like the fun of it all. But truly it's like I overwhelmingly remember like their connection more than like a lot of the shenanigans that they get up to. Now the fake out, this cartoon cover surprised me, guys. This cartoon cover surprised me. Rory, he has a bit of a mouth on him that I was really not expecting, literally whatsoever. But still there's just like so, I feel like I gotta be like the rent-free ones, I gotta be strict with that category because otherwise it could really fill up. So I am gonna put the fake out in this category here because he is just such a sweetheart otherwise. And like, yes, the spice is spicing, but it is pretty slow burn. Like it takes a while for them to get into it. And, but like, Rory though, he really pulled it through. I'm going to keep it in that one. Now, even if it hurts, now here's the thing with this book. I quite literally can't remember a single scene of her hooking up with either of them. I truly only remember the emotional connections between all of them. Obviously, I know the spice is in there, but all I can remember truly is just like the emotion that I felt. And I don't think it's high free, although it is Marnie Man. I don't know. I'm going to put it in again, vanilla doesn't seem right here. It just doesn't seem right, but I honestly still don't know like what I would title that instead. But Even If It Hurts was my third favorite book that I read last year. I absolutely loved it. I mean, I don't need to keep saying that. All of these books I absolutely love, and I don't need to like try to justify putting it down here because that doesn't mean it's bad by any means. But Even If It Hurts, just really hurt me. And I don't remember any of the like heat between the characters. The right move. Okay, Ryan Shea can get it, but also it's definitely more like cute couple kind of moments. I don't really have any from this book that like stand out in terms of that. It's more like him putting her coffee in the fridge, him ordering food that she likes to eat, him bringing veggie burgers for her when they go to a camp out, even him just pulling her into his lap at said campfire. He just is the blueprint. He is the blueprint. And it's got to go in this like cute ass category. I mean, again, him and Rory go hand in hand. Like they both know what they're doing, but it overwhelms. Like the cute moments that Ryan does for her overwhelm everything else. And the Magnolia Parks. Is Magnolia Parks Fade to Black? Magnolia Parks has like almost no spice in it, right? But it is so good. So good. And I'm so excited. Into the Dark comes out really soon and I can't wait for it. But yeah, Magnolia Parks, once again, it's not like the spice isn't spicing in it, but the book is booking. Okay, we got our next four. I mean, honestly, this one could go up into Lady Gaga category, but I'm gonna put it there. I mean, what do I even need to say about Arrow, honestly? I love him. The red flags are green flags for me, so we're just gonna keep him there. Does he might go, that book might get bumped up. We'll see. Reckless by Elsie Silver. Okay, again, this one's gonna go in this category. Okay, them at Summer and what's-his-face's wedding. Love it. I love you, Theo. However, once again, it's like, it's not anything crazy. It's more like about the emotional connection and about Winter, like opening up and trusting him. And it's like, obviously, yes, it's in there, but truly I feel like more of the focus is on their emotional connection, and like that's what I remember more in my head. Obviously, I feel like I should have included this at the beginning. These are all my personal feelings about these books, okay? I feel like I'm gonna have so many people being like, oh, well, like it's higher frequency and like it should be up higher, whatever. You can do your own tier ranking and put them in your own categories, okay? These are my personal rankings for these books. These are how these books have stuck with me in my head, okay? So Reckless for me, obviously I know it's like all of these books are spicing, but it's going in that cute couple moments category because it overwhelmingly in my head, I remember the really cute moments between Theo and Winter. Take Me With You by Nina G. Jones. Now this one, I don't even know. This needs a category of its own because I honestly can't remember them really like ever hooking up in it. Because honestly, I can't really remember any kind of like scenes with them that are like not the like dark and messed up scenes. But they're also like not cute couple. Like they do not belong in here. I don't remember any for here, but they're also not vanilla. Like they don't belong in here because like Magnolia Parks is almost zero. This is pretty light. Like I said, I can't remember. All I can remember is the hurt and that epilogue. But where does Take Me With You even go? I guess I'm gonna put it here because here's the thing that I mostly remember about this book You know what? No, but it can't go. It can't. Okay, you know, you're gonna flutter over here for a little bit. I don't know where you're gonna go. You know, we'll put you're in timeout right now. Where the mountains meet the sea. Oh my gosh. I think it's gonna go down here. I genuinely can't remember a single scene of them together like that, because all I remember, it's a childhood friends to lovers, second chance, right person, wrong time. Oh my god, I love this book with my entire heart and soul, and I remember all of their moments, like when they leave each other, when they're reunited, when they're growing up, when they're older, like, oh, I remember all of their moments like that. And like, that's what's important to the story to me. Like, I genuinely don't remember any of them when they're like, you know, getting down. And I feel like it's kind of like a where there's a will kind of moment, where it's like, I think it's like in there, but and like same with Even If It Hurts, but it's just everything else in the story overwhelms everything else that I remember from that story overwhelms it all. Okay, Take Me With You is going into timeout because I genuinely don't know what to do with that book. I honestly shouldn't have included it, or it literally needs its own category. Hi, Dorian. Okay, so next up, we got By Virtue I Fall by Cora Riley. Oh my gosh, I love this book. And even though some of the Paris moments do live rent free, truly, they're like him fighting for her and them fighting to be together. Can I help you? And him willing to risk everything to be with her. Oh, it's got to go there. Now, The Worst Kept Secret. Lady Gaga, beautiful, powerful, amazing, never been done before. This one, okay, and that's why I had to put the Season of Secrets in rent free, because I knew that Theo and Avery were coming, and they are just it for me. For a while there, I was genuinely like, Theo is my new favorite QB hero of all time. He had surpassed James. Now listen, James Calloway just can't be beaten, so Theo did get knocked down to number 2 after a while, but this book is my favorite of QB's recent releases, and since Always Been You, and truly it belongs up here. Theo and Avery just brought it. I absolutely love the two of them, and it's got to go there. Now, Own Me by K.A. Tucker. This is the 5th book in the Wolf Hotel series. If you guys haven't read this yet, you need to, but let me tell you, the little like fun house event that they go to, the House of Mirrors scene, oh god, that could have its own category. That is rent-free shit right there. K.A. Tucker, I love you. I would take 10 more books of Henry and Abby. And I just absolutely love Henry and how comfortable he is with himself. And that is rent-free. Now, Sweet Dandelion, we know her, we love her. She's going down here once again. See, guys, do you notice the theme though? I have 4, like Magnolia Parks was a top 10, or no, was that not honorable mention for me? But I have 4 of my favorite books of all times down here. So once again, them being in this category is saying nothing about these books as a whole, because these books I absolutely love. And Sweet Dandelion, y'all know, is no different. I love Sweet Dandelion with my entire heart and soul. And I recommend that book to almost everyone I ever meet, because I just love it. And also because the spice in this book is secondary to the emotional connection that these characters have. I think there maybe even only 1 or 2 scenes in it, and it's like a 600-page book. It's a thick book, and the scenes, they're truly just about these two finally coming together and saying like, we're gonna, like, they have so many challenges against them to be together as a couple, and it's them saying like, we're gonna make this commitment to each other to try to make it work. And I just love it so much, and it doesn't need anything more than what it already gives. And that's why it's going down in this bottom category, but I love it with my entire heart and soul. Okay, I just had to go deal with a crying cat for no reason. She was just yelling just to yell. Okay, so we have, and now Dorian's knocking shit off. Surprise, surprise. Even in a new environment, they're still causing chaos while I'm trying to film. So anyways, okay, I brought up the final 6 books. I still have Take Me With You down there in jail because I just genuinely don't know where to put it. So we're going to wait and see. So Mercy, this one is going up here. This one is going into Lady Gaga territory, which is also ironic because the first time I ever did this video, I had Eyes on Me in this one, and Eyes on Me was in this God tier like category, and it's only like fair that Mercy goes up there as my favorite one in the series. Bo and Maggie, did things together that I genuinely am like, Sarah Kate, thank you so much. You truly blessed us with this book. And I mean, it's just something that you have to read to understand. It's just incredible, amazing, fantastic. I love it. Savage Lover, my favorite in the Brutal Birthright series. This one is going right here. Yes, Nero. Oof. I love Nero. Listen, one of my favorite book boyfriends, and he can bring it. However, I do just love the connection that him and Camille have throughout the book, and them kind of bonding a little bit more like out of things, because Nero's like such a playboy that then seeing him actually connect with Camille on like an emotional and like just vibe level rather than just being like she's super hot. I love it. I will never get sick of that trope of like playboy turned like monogamous man for the right woman. I just think that's so hot, and that's Nero and her. So Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. I think this one is also going to go here. Now, let me tell you though, these two, like this is, I would say, Elle Kennedy's spiciest book. Or at least the ones that I've read. I've only read Off Campus Briar You and then the Him and Us duet. But the Graham Effect brought it. It's friends with benefits, and like I feel like the spice is definitely spicing in there. However, again, it's nothing like insane. I feel like, you know, they're just having like a good time. They're two hot people, two hot athletes. So like it's there, it's great, but I don't, you know, once again, they're not doing like gymnastics. Offside by Avery Keelan. I feel like that, oh shoot, because I did these differently. There we go. Offside is also going to belong here. Absolutely love it. I feel like it kind of falls into the same vein of the Graham Effect. Twisted Hate by Anna Huang. Oof, Josh and Jules. I just recently reread this one, and it's still my favorite in the Twisted series, and I love Josh and Jules so much. And I don't care what anyone says. That scene when he says I lied, that scene is hot, okay? I don't care. I know so many people hate that scene. I love it, and I love all of their time together in this book, because once again, similar to Garen Park, I love how much they hate each other and that they hate how much they want each other. It's so good. And Kiss the Sky. Now, here's the thing with the Addicted series. Kind of similar to the Like Us. They are not anything crazy. I mean, Rose and Connor definitely, I feel like, go there a little bit more than some of the other, because as you would expect from them, right? They just truly are the best. But I think I'm also, oh shoot, okay. Because I kind of put these out of order a little bit. We're going to have to kind of I'm going to put Kiss the Sky in there, because here's the thing. He does buy her a diamond choker, and I do love that, Connor. But, you know, I do think that, like, overall, it's not, again, anything, like, insane. And Take Me With You, honestly, I just genuinely don't know where to put her. So I'm just, you know what, she's staying down there because I don't know. So let's look at this. How are we feeling about this? Does anything need to get bumped up or bumped around? I still don't feel like the vanilla category works, but as of right now, my brain is just not braining. I am quite literally just exhausted. And, you know, my brain is just kind of mush right now. So I'm not focusing, so I don't know. That's the wrong category. Like, vanilla isn't right for down here for these folks, but it is what it is. All of these books, you know, still love them all. I mean, I love all of them, but I feel like actually this is like pretty good. I think these are all kind of where they belong, and especially like this top tier up here, although maybe Garrett. No, I think that's just because my love for that book is like making those scenes stand out more when like it isn't Unfurl and Losers status. So anyways, okay, I think that's where we're gonna cut it. So anyways, that is it for today's video. Honestly, I feel like this was a little bit of a shit show, so we'll see how it comes together in editing, because I'm honestly not very confident about it. But I mean, we'll see. It'll be a video, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So anyways, that is it for today's video. I have absolutely no idea what I will have up next week. Yeah, I genuinely don't know. You'll see it when you see it, and I will see it when I see it.